David.
Oh, hello, Stephen.
Quite a bit rushed, aren't we? It looks like we've just run a marathon and we've just come to sit down.
Dreadful.
Well, that's a good idea. We should do that one day.
Bogdan's. What's that? Do a marathon?
No, not a marathon, but we should do a pod whilst running.
Well, and you'll be.
I know, but it'd be worth doing, wouldn't it? So, interesting day. This is obviously January check-in, so we won't talk about our day because our day is in February.
No, we're talking about last month.
Talking about last month.
Yeah.
Last. Do you say last?
Last month.
Ooh. Oh, you're Cornish.
What'd you say?
Last.
Oh, she lost.
I know, because...
Right, okay.
But you're Cornish, aren't you? So it's last, glass, grass.
No, it's last, not lost.
Last. What do you say?
Why are you saying like that for?
What do you say?
Last.
Last.
No, not last. Last.
That's how I say it, last.
Which
How do you say past?
Past.
Oh, that's weird. So I didn't expect you
Past.
to say past.
Past. No. I don't think so.
Grass.
Grass.
Yeah.
What about ass?
Arse.
How would you spell each of those? How do you spell arse?
A-R-S-E.
For ass.
A-double-S, obviously. So, January. Fucking hell, can you believe it?
I know, mate. I had Christmas and that was... Just always feels a bit... It's good, but
I
it
don't
just
think we need
feels...
to talk about it anymore.
No, but I'm trying to fucking... I'm trying to point I'm getting to it.
Christmas.
And then you move into like
January
and you have the January blues. And actually, January's been really good.
You haven't been much. You haven't been very bluey in January, have you?
No, I don't get bluey.
No.
Nope.
Do you know what a bluey is?
Isn't that a drug?
Well,
Like
I suppose it depends what kind of circles you
frequent.
A bluey could mean a Viagra tablet. But bluey's more commonly known. I can see Oprah's clipping this now. Bluey is more commonly known as the what you send when you've got someone in the forces, British forces, and you send them a letter.
What just happened there? British forces.
You send them a letter, and it's a blue piece of paper, and it folds up into a letter, and you write their BF.
Sounds so fucking boring. I've literally stopped listening. I'm so sorry.
So,
That's a lengthful
tuned out.
So sorry.
This is what supporting men and their mental health looks like.
Oh my God, I actually feel guilty because I literally just went, I'm really tired. I literally just went like...
Why are you tired?
Farley was up coughing all night.
Oh, it's never good.
I felt really tired. I feel just...
Did you sleep on that sofa?
Yeah.
That's all right. That's quite a long one.
No, it's nice. No, there's nothing wrong
with it.
with
Why couldn't you sleep?
It's just coming downstairs. When I properly wake up,
yeah,
I struggle to get back to sleep.
Right.
So, like, if I go for a leak, I'll sort of go like this. Keep one eye just open, just enough.
Oh, okay. So you've got to that stage in your life where you need to wake up for a leak. Because I don't still. I sleep through like a big boy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you just piss your pants.
No.
All right. No, I always have done. Like, if I do get up, it's not every night. If I do, and if you do, but do you sometimes?
I would say incredibly rare, maybe once a quarter.
And do you sit down or stand up?
I'll sit down.
Yeah,
of course.
I'm like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you normally wake up. I don't wake up of a wood anymore, but
Fucking that awkward.
Yeah, it is it because you have to. No one's controlling a fucking. Yeah, no, you can't control it. It just goes all over the place, or you end up fucking dislocating it. Like, it's you're fucking snapping it in half. So. But yeah, January was all right, wasn't it? I mean, it was, I suppose a bit shitty for me. I've had quite a. I don't really know what to say. Really, quite a shitty January, to be fair.
It's been a mixed bag, hasn't it?
Yeah, felt super depressed in January. Obviously had a bit of fucking bad news, which I'm not going to go into now, but we will at one point in the future. And yeah, I didn't know I was going to talk about this, but I'm very close to killing myself in January, to be fair. I think I've spoken before about what's the word? Like the thing that used to kind of save me, I think, was thinking about my kids and they're missing me. But I'd kind of dismissed it, and that's when I knew that shit was really bad. You know, because I'd kind of convinced myself that I wouldn't be here. Why would it matter? I wouldn't know what it felt like or anything like that. And there was a couple of times in Jan that I felt like that. And I started to research, you know, fucking crazy. I went on the dark web looking at... there's a fucking Dan. You settle in, dude. It's a good story. Went on the dark web, first time in my life, looking at what you could buy, you know. Like,
Can I ask you a question about the dark web? Like, genuinely, sometimes when I've been on the computer, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to Google dark web, but I don't, because I'm like,
it's not illegal to go on the dark web.
No,
so the dark web is, and you can't just Google it and go on it.
That was good. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So it's
so you can't be like.
It's just there's
Ask Jeeves.
Dark web and deep web, and it's really just kind of unlisted websites. But you have to go on to they're not kind of hosted in the same way, so you can't. Yeah, so Google can't index them and things. They're not readily available. You have to have a special browser, and then it's all encrypted, and then you go into... But interestingly, you know, people like Facebook and stuff like that have got their own versions of their website on the dark web. Because some people will only browse on the dark web. You know, it's got the normal stuff, but it's also got everything else. I'll show it you one day.
Okay,
yeah.
So do you... Sorry, because I know it's important what you're talking about, but I knew I'd forget. I didn't realise it was going to go in depth, so I apologise.
You should know me by now.
So do you go on to Google and then Google, like,
no.
the browser you need?
So you can do. So it's...
so how do you get to the browser?
The websites are written... or not written, but they're called Onion, basically. I don't know why it's called that. And then I think the browser you need is called Tor, Tor, and basically download the browser, and then it asks you you need an encrypt. But if you do it on your phone, you need a secondary app that handles the encryption. So it encrypts and puts you through a VPN, encrypts it, so it's completely
off-grid,
anonymised.
So there's no chance of me ever being able to do anything like that?
No, not at all. That's why I knew you hadn't been on it. I was waiting for you to tell me you'd been browsing it the other day. Full of shit.
And how did you get onto that then, Dave?
I just went on this website. It was all dark. And then when you're on there, you've got, you know, the dark web's got its own search engine and stuff like that, and then you've got directories of pages. It's fascinating.
Yeah, but it is. I'd like to see that.
You know, and again, as long as you don't, you know, the looking at it, I suppose, aside from, you know, looking, you can't do anything. It's not illegal to look, aside from obviously fucking child porn and stuff like that. You know, obviously, where it's illegal to look at something in the normal world, it's still illegal. Obviously, like that. But just, you know, going and you know, looking at fucking like I was, you know, the one of the best ways. It's not. I'm not going to say because it's not very responsible.
No, don't say that because
no. So there's a particular drug, and you know, so it had it in various forms, and you know, and the price, and of course everything's just fucking stupidly expensive because this particular drug I was looking at was like £1,000 for, like, you know, and it was an injectable, you know, drug, and but you know, you've got guns, you've got PayPal accounts. I
suppose but you don't know what you're buying, really.
That's the other kind, because of course it's all in cryptocurrency. So, you know, I mean, and quite rightfully so. You wouldn't really want to put your card details in there, especially when, you know, you can buy card details and you can buy access to people's PayPal accounts.
So how would you buy something then? But through crypto. What if you've got no crypto?
Well,
should we be talking about this?
Yeah, no, it's fine because what we're talking about is not illegal. In essence.
That's because the dark web's always got a bad connotation to it, and rightly so.
The crime would be owning a firearm, for example, in this country. If you didn't have a license. Well, no, if you didn't have a license.
Oh, right, okay.
It's not where you get it from.
Yeah.
But as far as cryptocurrency, I mean, I've got a Revolut bank account. I can go on
shitloads of bank
I
accounts.
can go on and transfer money straight into crypto, and then I've got crypto.
Just even turn on.
Yeah, and then I can use that crypto to buy stuff. So it's just imagine like if you're going abroad and buying dollars.
Yeah.
You just got to transfer it.
I didn't know how easy it was to.
But they get everything on there.
Some notes, shouldn't I?
But I'll show you. Yeah, next time I'll show you.
Just literally.
It looks no different. The websites all look shit, obviously, because they're not meant. They're functional more than anything else.
So anyway, so you're on there and you're looking at stuff.
Yeah, And I was looking at that. I found quite a neat calculator to work out, how many paracetamol you'd need to take for my body weight and stuff like that. I was surprised actually at how many it was.
You like a fucking elephant. You're going to take fucking dozens.
And then, I found myself going, right, okay, well, I know you can only buy 2 packs in a shop at once. What would I need to do? I'd need to go to different shops. Where am I going to keep them? That's a lot of pills to take. Thinking about, actually we've got a pestle and mortar. I could grind them all down.
Stick them up your nose.
No, grind them down, stir them into some rum, and just go for it.
Take the rum.
And then you start thinking about things like, where would you want to do it? Because I wouldn't necessarily want to do it at home. Be found at home. I wouldn't want to risk being found before I was dead, and I wouldn't want to risk being found by my kids, or in a place where it's gonna taint them. Really, it's a horrible word. I said that, but yeah. So start thinking, and then you think, well, I can't go too far because I don't want to take the car. Because, how they're going to need the car when I'm not there, So lots of... And I think when you step back from that moment, when you feel... The problem is you don't realise... It's a bit like when you've been asleep and you wake up. You don't know you've been asleep till you wake up. You don't realise how close you were until you've stepped back from the prep. Oh, no. We know we can't say this. Why have I said it again? We can't say it. We've tried prefaces.
Oh, prefaces.
Oh, no. You know what we mean.
Precipice.
Precipice. Oh, no. Once you've stepped back...
precipice.
That's it. When you step back, I realised how incredibly close I was. It wouldn't have taken... And the difficulty is now that I have that renewed... courage. I think that it's a bit like, I love analogies. It's a bit like blowing up a balloon. You blow it up and you think, oh, that's a maximum. Oh, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Again, how far can you drive the car on an empty tank? Do you know what I mean? Once you've done it once, you can at least go that far. Do you know what I mean? So in my mind now, I'm like, I am worried because I now know I can at least go that far. I can at least now know for one of the first times ever exactly what I would do, like in that instance. Because I've always been like, and I think I've spoken about this before, like in the past, driving my car off the cliff over at Millock as you come down that hill. I don't know. I'd really want something that was... Isn't it funny when you think about stuff like this? If I do it, I want it to work. Do you know what I mean? I want it to... I don't want there to be a chance... Because I've never really looked over the cliff at Millock. and I don't know.
Just be my luck if I did that. It just goes.
There's a
It's just
fucking. Well, there's like a
ledge.
air mattress factory at the bottom. Do you know what I mean? And then there's, again, they've got no car, and again, people could phone the air ambulance quite quickly, and it might not be over. I might be crippled, or and then I've got my family have got me in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, knowing that I didn't want to be here. So I realised that I now am fully equipped for it to be a definite thing. Do you know what I mean? That's a new. Again, before it's always been swerving in front of lorries or swerving in front of tractors or stuff like that. It's never been this much. But now, I am fully equipped, and that does concern me. Because I think when we think about suicide, I think the further we travel down the thought process, the more dangerous it is, because I think it's what I'm trying to say. I'm waffling. Sorry. What I'm trying to say is, I think once you already know most of the parameters, when the time comes, there's less things to think about. There's not. Whereas this time I was like, okay, well, I want to kill myself. Right, how am I going to do it? I've got to do that. And obviously, by the time you kind of done all that, and you're trying to figure out, how am I going to get the grand to buy that, and how long is it going to take to come, and all this kind of stuff, you can pull yourself out of it. And I'm blessed to have good friends like yourself and my family and that, but I think that's the worry, is that if you're already there, close, you've moved to the cliff edge. Do you know what I mean? You've moved to the cliff edge. You've no longer got to travel 20 minutes to get to the cliff edge. You're in a tent, camped at the cliff edge. There's less time to pull yourself back the next time it happens. And I think for me, because it's very much like, right, okay, cool, I want to kill myself. Right, no, exactly how I'm going to do it now. Let's do it, and it's done. So I've been quite mindful of that, and I'm aware of it, and therefore trying to put extra effort into remaining level-headed, and just trying to think through things a lot more. I do feel it has been a really difficult month. I do feel better now coming into February, and the circumstances haven't changed, but I feel more content with what's ahead, and and more, and that's been part of my bigger journey, really. I think that's been more of my bigger journey as far as finding myself and loving myself and being more appreciative of me as a person, rather than trying to live for other people. But yeah, Man Down have been great. Obviously, I went there. I go there every fortnight, and
You've been helping out a bit as well.
Yeah, and that's given me a purpose as well. A lot of these things have given me. I love doing the pod, obviously. It has given me a purpose. And I'm just trying to get my priorities in order at the moment. I'm trying to get my there's a lot going on, and a lot to process and deal with, and it's just making sure that I'm not having those alone moments. I think is probably the best thing. Yeah, just making sure that
moments are lonely moments. I think it's alone moments are okay, aren't they? When you're on your own.
Well, I'm talking about,
What do you mean?
where you're kind of like in a situation where you're like, there's nothing else. I've got nothing else. I'm alone. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no point. I've got no purpose. That kind of moment,
Right.
No one needs me. I don't need anyone. There's no way out. That kind of thing, you know. But so for me, it's all about just keeping my head in check, keeping.
How'd you do that?
I think over the years I've become really good at, I learned something new about. So I'm coming back to that. I learned something new about myself in January as well. That made sense for a lot of things, and that was that I really only know how to deal with catastrophes. You know, that is all I know how to deal with. So I am that's my standard response, right? And if you think about it, it does make sense. Like, my standard response is only to catastrophes. So anything else doesn't really register. I don't really become like aware of it. You know, I'm not bothered by it.
But that's the way you are in life, isn't it? You are the balls in and
that's
balls
what I'm
out.
saying. Yeah,
so that's with everything.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah, so not with catastrophes, just everything.
But everything. My brain operates in that way.
Yeah.
That anything that I'm only affected by catastrophes, but equally, I catastrophize. But I don't become affected by things that a lot of other people would be affected by. You know, we've had conversations before, you know, parking on double yellow lines, you know, stuff like that. I'm not going to go through a fucking crib sheet of stuff, but do you know what I mean? Like, and it's not that I don't care, it's just that, you know, like, if you've walked on lava, right, you're not going to mind. If you've walked on lava, you know, and you've got someone else that's complaining about walking with no shoes and socks on the normal path or gravel, you know, you're going to be fine walking on the gravel because you've walked on lava. Yeah. So for me, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, and I still need to work on realigning my, I don't know what it is, psyche, or, you know, to just like, not everything's a catastrophe, not everything has to be a catastrophe. Like, just bring it down.
Why do you need to bring it down?
Because it's caused me to be in a continuous state of readiness, a continuous state of heightened alert. You know, I'm always, you know, it's. I can't. I think.
So are you saying that, like, if you think something's going to happen, you straight away, it's going to be bad? Is that what you're saying? Because
to a degree, yeah. To a degree, absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's been many a times when, you know, I don't know, you've acted differently or not acted in a way or responded to me in a way that I've thought was natural for our friendship, and then I've been incredibly anxious about, shit, what have I done? Have I upset him?
You're probably late.
And I think I used to ask you quite a lot, actually, to be fair.
Yeah,
like,
you did, yeah.
Yeah, you know. And I think over time now, and I know you'll take this in the way that I mean, part of my own development has been like, well, do you know what? If you don't like me, fuck him. You know, and that's... So I actually, obviously I don't want to be an arsehole, and there are things that, you know, you do need to respect boundaries and friends and stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying, you know, take it or leave it, but it's, you know, there is an element of, well, you can't force people to like you. You can't...
Yeah. You're not going to do anything.
Do you know
deliberate.
what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think I can't remember why I was saying that now. Yeah, but so that is it. So it is the constant kind of, and then overcompensating, and just being continuously, my main things are, I'm not good enough, or someone's going to leave me. Yeah, they're my two kind of go-to. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, they don't want anything to do with me. They're going to leave me. I'm going to be on my own. Like, they're my main things. And of course, that over the years has developed as a pattern of behaviour that means I do silly things, dramatic things, grand gestures, overpromise, to try and compensate for those feelings that aren't even real.
Yeah.
And of course it's all very much self-perpetuating.
Perpetuating.
And it's is it sad? It's not sad, it's just my life, people don't understand it, people never understand it. Those closest to me don't understand it. And that's sad. But I can't. I don't know why I'm shrugging, because that seems a bit arrogant. But it is who I am. It's who I am, and I'm. That has been my life for 40 years. So I am trying to change, but if you fucking, I don't know, stupid fucking analogy, like walk up and down a carpet for 40 years, and wear it down, you're not going to be able to try and fucking wear the bits that you haven't walked down on a couple of weeks. It's going to take, it's going to take a long time. So yeah, it's been a bit of it's been a very shit January, actually. I'm not going to understate it, but I came out the end of it.
Worse than December. It's probably worse than December, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, no. January has been the worst for me for probably at least 7 years. Yeah.
Why did you say 7?
Because that's how long I've been imbued for.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'd say probably 10 years in reality. And there's been a lot of shit over the last 7 years, but nothing as near, as close as I came this month to moving on, so to speak.
But it's been quite a full-on month, though, hasn't it?
It has.
Stuff you can't talk about.
Yeah, I will talk about it eventually, but
I thought you were going to start talking about it.
No.
Fucking hell.
Don't we ain't got time. No, I will talk about it.
What we'll do is we'll do a special.
Yeah, we'll do it like Trevor Tonight.
Literally just the light.
Trevor
McDonald. Just have a light.
Yeah.
With you on the seat.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yeah, it'd be funny. What did we say? What's it called? The exclusives? Just a little bit of a sneak peek, isn't it? In the spotlight.
Oh, what we were going to call that? Oh, yeah. In the spotlight, yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to hear it anywhere else.
No.
So, yeah. But, yeah, look, it's not all doom and gloom. I'm alive. Beautiful family and all that stuff. We're still doing a pod. Pod's nearly a year old. And
She's 49?
No. This is 52.
51. No, this can't be 52.
Well, it depends when it goes out.
This is going out next week. So as in, 14th, 15th, 17th this is going out.
Well, dude, I hate to tell you, you might need to look at the Bible.
Oh, really?
Well, Beck's eggs was 50. Valentine's 51.
Oh, so this is maybe going out. So I'll go up and run up and check.
No, don't, because we haven't got
we're
time.
going to just talk bollocks, because I don't know when it is.
It don't matter, though, because we'll just make it work. It won't matter,
Will I
will it?
record it again?
Well, no. No, it
We'll
won't
do
matter, will it?
voiceover.
What are you talking about? I mean, we'll just...
No, because I don't know whether to say yes, we've done a year or not.
Well, no, because
Fucking
we've
fluff.
we've recorded ones that... It's not the order in which we record them, is it? We've done more than 52 recordings.
This one's going out next week.
It's the order in which they get published. Because we've obviously done loads like Jew and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, no, I know that. Yeah.
But
yeah,
you know,
so done,
Bex was definitely 50. Bex's eggs.
yeah.
Valentine's 51.
51.
So if this is going out next, then it will be 52.
That's a right old balls up then, because I was going to
His
send
face.
this one out next week.
Well, then
Let's have a look
luckily...
at that big boy, yeah. We have got the...
Watch this. Suppose you heard it here first. So, what about your Jan?
Can't fault it, really. If I'm completely honest. I feel like a right cock.
Do you know
saying
what? In a year, you have not changed one fucking bit.
that. What way?
So funny. I was looking back at some of the pods. Like, if you fucking go back in the archives and fucking dust out one of the early clips.
No, don't
And
do
these,
that.
you know, I'm sitting here fucking, yeah, well, you know, the anthropopic regions of the Brazilian rainforest always drawn down in the 5th decades. And what about you, David? Yeah.
I take a bit of winding up sometimes. No, like I said, I can't fault it.
No, well,
been a
what have you
great-
been up to?
It's been. I'm gonna fucking say if you just hang on. Oh yeah, me and Bogdan have been hanging out a lot. It's been a fair old bit of work. It's not been too bad. I had a couple of half decent big events.
Oh, yeah.
January's always like good for
Put your hand down, David.
like just better than okay. It's like all right, so I make a few quid in January.
You did have a big one that I helped you
Which
out
you
at.
helped out on, yeah, a couple of local businesses.
You can shout them out, can't you?
Don't want
Oh, okay, fair enough. It's not very kind.
to. Look at your face. Go on, you can shout them out if you want.
No, I don't need to.
Oh, good. That's not very kind. So we did those two for the Brendan and the Falcon.
Shout out
Brendan
to
Pub and
Brendan
Falcon Hotel. If you fancy sharing, you know. That was good fun. I think they all had, it's like 80, 90 people.
Good time.
You were in there
Urine.
fucking pushing out the old...
all, bruv.
You were all over the fucking shop, weren't you?
Fucking,
In a
yeah.
good way.
Creme brulee, everything. Brilliant.
Yeah, that was...
Then we went had a few beers and some free chicken
Oh,
and
free chicken
spuds.
outside.
Shout out to Funkies.
South Funkers, yeah. He delivered some food, what was it, about... What's that, less than 100 yards away?
Yeah, to the Premier Inn.
Yeah. Someone had
He's
ordered
like,
it.
it's £5. Just give me £5.
Yeah. And then he came back about an hour later and gave us
Oh,
some
I
free
did that
chicken.
accent. Yeah, that was
You sat there
well
and give yourself
received.
bad guts.
Yeah, that was
I
a bit
didn't
annoyed.
eat one of
'cause
those spicy spuds.
I was
I was
annoyed
eating
because
the
we had to
chicken.
walk home. I wasn't annoyed. I was unprepared for walking home.
Your face. Why? What happened?
What do you
You
mean?
didn't end up sleeping in your car again.
No, I was no, because I didn't have a car, did I?
No, well, you
I
never
was just
got-
I was unprepared for. I didn't realise that we were going to be walking home.
How did you think we were going to get home?
I thought you were going to give us a lift.
How?
Well, because you had your van.
We were fucking drinking.
Well, I know, but we weren't drinking, were we? We were just drinking. Like, I thought we were going to have, like, 2 pints.
Well, then I'd drive.
Do you not drive after 2 pints? Do you not know? Seriously, serious question.
You know I don't drive after anything.
Oh, do you not drink? Oh, so you don't, not even one?
No.
I didn't know that.
You fucking do. I don't touch a drop. Not like fucking some people, Stephen Price.
I didn't realise. So even if you've had one drink, you won't... I suppose it's not worth the risk.
No. And not, because I got pulled over, I had to sit in the bloody police car. This is about 20... I'm trying to think, about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Not 20 years ago. About 18... doesn't matter, 18, 20 years ago. Pulled me over because I was doing 40 and a 30, coming back from Widmouth. And he said, you've been drinking? I said, yeah, I literally just finished a pint. He said, I'll jump in the back of the bloody meat wagon. You're going to have to wait 20 minutes.
Yeah, you have to wait 20 minutes, yeah.
So I'm like, they've sat there shitting bricks. Don't get me wrong, I've maybe had 2 or 3 pints since then, as in 3 times 1 pint.
And
So
then
it's not
driven.
like- yeah.
Oh, right, so you
But I
do
just
drink and
feel,
drive.
no, I feel
No,
I'm
it's
like-
not. I think in your line as well, where you need to be able to drive. I think if you've got a job that absolutely requires you to drive,
You
absolutely.
need to be really, really fucking careful what you're going to say now, Steve.
No. I'm saying about like no
I know
risk.
what you're saying. What?
Like,
and
as
what
in
if
not a single drop. Like you do. Like,
What?
completely.
Like, if you haven't got to drive all the time, what are you saying?
No. What I'm saying is...
Am I trying to
no,
put
not
words
at
into
all.
your mouth?
No, you're not.
I think I am.
No, you're not. But what you're saying is... What I'm saying is... I think if you've got... Like Julian, right?
Mr. Hurd,
right? If you've
Mr.
got
Hurd.
a professional driving job, why would you risk it? Even... Because you might have a pint and it might be like... You didn't realise it was like, 6% or whatever.
Yeah.
And you might be fucked. And you not just lost your licence, you lost your job, you lost your house, you lost the wife. You lost everything.
So as you haven't got a driving job,
But if you
what's
haven't,
your limit?
if you obviously haven't got a driving job, then you can have one or two, obviously within the bounds of the law, and still drive. Because hopefully, and but in any case, you need to make sure that you're aware of the legal limit, and how much you're having. To stay within the law.
I think it should be breathalyzers in the car. I think, and then before it starts up, literally
Well, they
have to
do that.
breathe
They
into
do that in coaches,
Do they?
National Express coaches, all the National Express fleet. I'm so aware now that I seem to have a bank of funny facts that I then start telling you about, and now I just think that you're going to switch off. But yeah, even when they get out to use the toilet, they come back in, have to blow it, and then the engine will start. So whenever the engine's off and then put back on again, they have to blow into a thing, and it's connected to the engine.
Would
It
you
won't
have to
start.
sit in the footwell of each?
What are you talking
coach?
about? Why are you saying that? What do you mean? What are you saying? I don't understand what you're saying. Come on, spill the beans. Not even Bogdan knows what you're talking about.
If you can't catch on, Stephen.
Well, I don't drive National Express buses,
True.
so that's probably why I didn't
We'll have
get
to
your
ask
joke.
Damien.
Damien.
I don't know his surname, and I'm not going to reference where he's from.
Oh, no.
because,
Yeah, I just realised now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's on any like normal
Yeah,
buses.
I think that's good because I know quite a few people that drink and drive, and it's not on.
Look at me.
I'm looking at you because you're having a pod.
Fucking hell.
I deliberately looked away because I knew you fucking didn't think I was looking at you.
I don't.
I know a lot of people that.
No, so do I. It's disgusting.
I know people that will have a bottle of wine, be like, "No, I'm fine to drive." I'm like,
A bottle of wine is ridiculous. Do you know what? And it's not even about the you being able to drive or not, or the legal limit or whatever it is. It's the risk of the damage that you do to someone else. It's running someone over. It's crashing into someone's car. What? What now?
are you taking the piss?
What?
All this on show is the dog's dick. Look, are you taking the piss?
No. Why?
Did we not have this very conversation
When?
quite a while back? Not recently, I mean quite a while back.
Yeah.
And I said, you're like, oh, it's only over the hill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, fucking hell, you can't risk. Oh, no, I'll be fine. It's just the top of the hill and down.
Yeah.
And I was explaining what the consequences of the.
Oh,
could
yeah.
be.
That's what I mean.
But you're saying what I said.
Well, I know, but that's true. It's not. That's what you need to be worried about. Because you might think, oh yeah, it's all right. I'm, fucking only 100 metres down the road, and I'll drive down the road. I'll be absolutely fine. Until you have to do something that isn't normal, like brake because a fucking baby's running in the road or crawling in the road or whatever.
I think if they do something that isn't normal, like running someone over.
Well, yeah. But, something that requires, like, absolutely fucking sniper.
Because even after a pint sometimes, I'm like, no way I could drive.
Yeah, I know.
Just feeling fuzzy.
It's mental to think that drink driving wasn't always illegal.
Yeah, I know.
No. I mean, obviously, I think there's always been under the Road Traffic Act something along the lines of like, you know, careless driving, but
My
it was
dad
made a
used to say
specific.
that, when he was younger, like a Wayne House, I'm sure the local copper would sort of like, as long as they weren't driving erratically, it was all right. And if they did pull him over, if he couldn't walk in a straight line, he would.
Well, that would be it.
But
If you were driving dangerously, so the offence would have been dangerous driving. So if you were driving dangerously, and I don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure. Then yeah, so if you weren't driving erratically, you'd have been fine. So,
But no, January's been all right. So we had that
that
started from the chicken at the carriers
Oh God, yeah.
because you thought I'd drive home. So when you found out I wasn't driving home, what did you think? After we'd had 7 drinks in like an hour.
Oh, I walked home, didn't I?
Did you have a sleep?
No, I don't sleep, no.
I thought you might have had a little kip in the
little walk. To be fair, once you get up to Sainsbury's,
That's nothing.
it's
down.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's that kind of like that. It's a bit like Everest, you know, walking up Bellevue.
Yeah, going up that bloody hill from the back of carriers is an absolute bitch. My
Yeah,
place.
but again, it's probably not as bad as my hill. To be fair, but yeah, it's a problem with Bude, isn't it? On a hill, doesn't matter what way you go. Ideally for you, you need a pub. Well, I suppose your local really is the venue.
Of course, absolute shite in there.
Oh, don't say that.
It is shite.
No, it's not.
Fee went in there for bowling there, the usual shit. No one on the bar. When they're on the bar, then you can't get any snacks or anything.
Oh, but look, I think we're very. I was about to say, oh, babe. It's very. We're honoured to have it. It's open all year round. You know, it's got the staff in there are really nice.
Did you just say we're honoured?
We should be honoured. What? It's the only.
You bitch and moan about all the fucking local businesses, and I need to be honoured. There's a bowling alley.
I don't fucking.
With two, you fucking do. What, with 2 bloody bowling alleys?
No,
2 alleys?
no, it's got more than 2 alleys.
3.
No, 5.
Are you sure there's 5?
100%. I was in there on Wednesday.
Are you sure?
Wednesday. What day is it today? Well, one day last week.
One day. Do you want to get
It's really nice and it's good value. You know,
It's always a bit sticky though, isn't it, mate?
it's not anymore. When was the last time you went in?
About 3 months ago with the
Yeah.
boys to have a pint.
Yeah,
I bet it's still the fucking same.
It's
I bet
not.
you. I bet you 100 quid it's still the same.
What do you mean?
Go on.
What are we measuring against?
How it was before.
As in, when you say sticky,
Just generally a bit grubby.
I mean, dude, it's a bowling alley that
I
doesn't
suppose,
really
we should be
make much
honoured.
money and is run by a charity. Like, you know, we should be honoured to have it in our town because.
Are you winding me up? Are you that serious?
No, serious.
I
yeah.
think you're being provocative.
We don't have much going on in this town by way of entertainment.
It's all the service has always been shit.
The service isn't shit, dude. The staff in there are really nice.
I didn't say the staff aren't nice. Staff are lovely.
Yeah, but what's the service then?
As in, like, when you get there, you're waiting. When you go to the bar,
Because
you're
they
waiting.
can't. Because it's not busy enough to have like fucking dedicated like concierge at the door to park your car. Shit, like,
Fuck off.
fucking
Fuck
dedicated
off.
like team of 10 on the bar and like 4
But if you're
fucking
paying-
head chef, commie chef, and everything in the
But if you're
kitchen.
paying money, because it's normal prices, it's not cheap.
No, but I mean bowling's cheap as.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
$12.50.
That's
For
not cheap.
2
That's
people.
normal. Excuse me,
Yeah,
someone at the
excuse
door.
me, someone's fucking at the door, obviously. So we'll have to see.
Hello, mate. Oh, you got some load of blue rolls.
Blue rolls.
Oh, sorry, dude. Do you know what? Every never leave a note. The other day when
Interestingly, what will be interesting, is that Dave's mic's still connected. Oh, it's just disconnected now. That's annoying because you would have been able to hear him talking about fucking blue rolls. But yeah, look, I love the venue. Shout out to the venue in Bude. You know, I do think it's a bit like our cinema, isn't it? I think people will say, "Oh, it's a bit rubbish. It's not like the big Odeons out of town and stuff like
Oh
that."
God, here we go.
But at the end of the day,
Talking absolute
you know, we
bollocks.
could have nothing. We could have absolutely nothing, and we should be just lucky that we've got what. We should be
I just
lucky.
thought all that stuff I
Yeah.
was saying will be on the.
It is, yeah. We should be lucky that we've got the cinema and the bowling alley.
What cinema in Bude?
The Rebel.
Oh, the one outside of Bude.
Again, dude, it's. We should be honoured to have these things.
I'm not honoured. I think it's great they're here. Definitely, I don't feel honoured.
Maybe honoured's not the right verb to use.
I don't feel honoured to have anything.
Maybe we should be. We should be appreciative.
No, I appreciate the bowling alleys there. Yeah, sticky
there we
and the
go,
fucking
that's what I
services
mean.
shit.
Yeah, it's not shit.
Right, I bet you if we go up there, I bet you have to wait to be served on everything.
No, because I'll go around and say, "You all right, love?"
And they'll go, yeah, I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah, that's fine.
5 minutes
I'm
later.
not more important than anyone else in there.
No, but most
If
of the
they're
time,
serving someone, then
the
they.
amount of times I've gone to get served and they just stood there. Honestly, and they're lovely. The staff are lovely. And that's
maybe
not
they can't
me.
see you.
That's well, even though you go and they'll be like, yeah, and they're just carry on talking to their colleague.
You don't. They could be talking about something really important.
Oh, fuck off. They've always been there, honestly, and I'm not like slagging off the staff as in what they do, because whenever I get served that, they're really good. It's just, I don't know whether it's management is so poor, but it's like genuinely, it's always been the same. And there's always been the same. When it was owned by Quinn's.
Right.
Mark Quinn?
I thought his name was Harley.
Yeah, it was. Do you know what? When it first opened, what was that? It must be 20 years ago. Like, it was obviously big and loads of staff, and then
I
they
bet you
realised.
fucking. Imagine you lot here back in the fucking 70s, all being like, you know, yeah, look at this. We don't want not on our doorstep. We only want farm shops and you know,
They had
fucking
farm shops back then, did they?
sea glass shops. Like I saw, you know, the thought of having a fucking something that's a little bit fun would have fucking blown your mind, wouldn't it?
I think you need to calm down.
Just
No, it is poor. It is poor though. Servicing that's poor in there. His face.
it's not, dude.
I bet,
Draw a line.
draw a line. I bet
Yeah.
if we went up there, we'll go up there and do an experiment. I bet you have to wait for pretty much everything.
Yeah, I've not experienced that.
Genuinely.
Like maybe like if I've been at the bar, I'd have to wait. If I go out of season towards the end of the night, you know, and maybe the kitchen's closed, so or they're closing down, so they're obviously concentrating in there, and there's like maybe only 2 or 3 people in the rest of the building. Then I'm not going to be expecting them to be stood at the bar on the off chance that I might want to drink.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
But if I go, oh, sorry, do you mind if I just get a drink? Yeah, all right, love, no worries. They'll come round and serve me.
Experience. I genuinely don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went up there with the boys a couple of times, and it's just way.
Are you good at bowling? Oh, right, yeah.
Get the old fucking.
Do you do a
heel
spin?
flick. Do a spin? No, not really. No, I haven't got quite the old. Yeah, but it's all right.
Oh, we'll have to go up there.
No, do you know what we should?
Yeah.
Weird how we haven't already.
Yeah, it is weird.
Considering
it's your local.
and I'm not doing this to rattle you. That's the only reason why I don't go up there more often to have a pint, because it's so shocking.
Oh, well, I'll take you and introduce you to everyone.
You'll be like, because they know you said that. They're like, oh, what do you want?
Yeah.
Or you'll phone ahead going, if I bung you a bit extra, can you just fucking make us...
No, we'll go up there.
No, we
we'll have a little
should.
game, have some nuggets and chips.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's obviously that's your local. My local obviously was Corenza, but
What's happening with that, do you know?
I don't know. Flats
Lockdown.
probably. Yeah. Obviously, you've then got Crooklets, but not a massive. There's got nothing wrong with Crooklets. Just not. You know,
Same,
not for me. Just not my venue kind of thing.
I don't know if it's changing much there, because this Crooklet Sports Bar is called now, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just not a sports fan really.
But I don't know if they'll spruce it up.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Is that the right? There's one of the pubs in town. Do you know what? I went to, talking of stuff that needs sprucing up.
Yeah.
I went to something last night that involved a village hall,
Yeah.
and the toilets were this isn't round here, so it's quite a way away.
Yeah.
And the toilets were absolutely disgusting.
When you say disgusting.
The smell, I could hardly
Like urine?
hold my... Yeah.
Did you realise that most women don't realise that we have little yellow capsules in the in our urinals?
Weirdly, these didn't. So I thought, why don't they put some in there?
Yeah.
Nothing.
McDonald's is worse for that because they're not... the McDonald's ones are not connected to the mains anymore.
Yeah. Because it's all like rainwater or something.
Well, no, I just think, yeah, you're right. No, I think it goes... It's not connected. Oh, no, of course it's connected to the fucking sewer.
The mains to get rid of it.
But it's not... There's no water. They don't... You know, you used to, like, get water every, 5 or 10 minutes to
because
come
it
down
says
and
it,
rinse
doesn't
it
it?
away.
Saving like 1 billion gallons
so
a
it's
year.
not... It's just you piss and it just... You piss, we suck. Like, it just...
Your piss, we suck.
It just floats away.
Yeah,
Like down the drain. Rancid.
It was quite...
It's wee. Wee smells.
But even just if they stuck one of those, one of those nasty pound
Yeah.
plastic things with the thing that dissolves in a little rubbery...
Yeah. They won't do that.
Yeah.
Won't do that, will they? You know? But anything else you did in January? There must have been something else.
It must have been something... Did I go fishing in January?
I don't think you did. What about your guitar? You haven't spoken about your guitar.
I got that months ago.
No, but you've still not spoken about it. Have you done any considerable playing this in January?
I try to play for a couple of hours a week.
When you say play, like, do you like, strum out like songs that you know?
No, I don't really know many songs. Just make stuff up.
Oh, so you're just like just kind of like playing chords.
Yeah, play chords and then
add lyrics.
Add lyrics to it. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you play?
Stuff I've made up.
Yeah, no, but what kind of genre would you say if you?
Probably melancholy.
What's that?
That's sad.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And what kind of word do you rhyme?
Spitting some lyrics.
Do you make them rhyme or?
I suppose they do a little bit. Yeah. No, I'm not going to sing anything.
No.
You say.
I just want. Could you maybe give us just a couple of words that you've used?
100%.
Oh really?
A couple of words. I was trying to think of the name of one of them.
Are you going to?
Oh, hey is the name of one of the songs.
Oh, how does that go?
Fee sings that around the house when after I've played it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Hey. Is that how it goes?
You could do my backing vocals.
Oh yeah, I could be the
busty.
No, what is it? We could do melodies. I'm good at doing melodies.
You'd be the baritone.
I'm good at doing melodies. I got stuck. So yeah, that's it really. Not much in January. Let's hope. Here's for a good February for me. Obviously, you've had a blind in January.
Well,
what?
Maybe in comparison, because you've had a dire January, and I'm not even taking the piss, and I've had a all right January. Probably is that sort of.
Yeah.
But it can only get better, can't it?
Feb. Obviously, we've got Valentine's coming up this week, so we'll see how the ladies treat us. This week.
Valentine's this week.
You got Fifi a little present? Oh, you have, I know.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. That's cracking, that is, mate.
That is. I've got Rhea a little something, which is quite funny. Got a card. We're going to go for some drinks. Then I've got a 8:30 booking up at Elements.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. So
go off and pay through the nose for a chicken breast.
No.
Very nice for you. Was it £26 for a chicken dish?
I don't think we're having chicken. I think we're having katsu kai.
Are you?
I don't know. I've not looked at the menu.
Oh, there's a new chef up there, isn't there?
There is. Meant to be quite good.
Yeah.
From
good.
Yeah, from proper part of the world. So.
London.
And anything else going on in Feb? Our 1 year anniversary.
Oh yeah, we need to work out that date. I need to see that.
Yeah, that's it really. But yeah, that's our January check-in. Do you feel checked in? Most of it was me waffling, as always, wasn't it?
You're not waffling. Do you feel checked in?
Yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, the minute I felt shit, we should record a pod straight away, because obviously a lot of it's kind of processed and hidden and compartmentalised.
Well, yeah, but you can't be like, Dave on a fucking dark web. You need to get round here now and fucking record this. This is fucking great content. But ironically, do you know what? If you did do that, that would probably drag you out of that.
Of course it would. But I'm not. Yeah, the last thing I'm thinking about is a fucking pod. Do you know what I mean? When I'm like,
oh, come on, dude, it's great content.
Fucking,
you could be in tears. I can't fucking afford this one.
Yeah, this one takes twice as long. Yeah, just lots of crying in the morning, that kind of stuff. You just feel fucking useless, hopeless, all that kind of shit. But I'm a fighter. I've got to remember that, I've had a pretty shit life, and I've survived for 40 years. So,
well, only parts of it's been pretty shit.
Yeah,
I know I haven't been there, but I'm not trying to.
I know.
But
No,
I'm only saying that
I'm
because
being disrespectful to all the good times I have had, but I think, and a lot of it's. Yeah, this is another episode, but it's, I just think if I can survive the last 40 years, I can survive anything, So I just need to keep that in my mind.
Do you know what I thought when I was laid there last night? Yeah. Oh, fucking hell, sorry, mate.
Dick in your hands.
How come that's moved?
What?
Looks like it's moved over that, or was it just you've moved?
Oh, sorry.
That's just the clips.
Fucking obsessive.
I was laid on the sofa thinking, I ain't going to get to sleep.
Yeah.
And do you know what? And genuinely, do you know what I thought? I thought I used to feel absolutely on my own with no one, nothing. Which is always not necessarily true. Wanting to kill myself, wanting not to be here. And I would have given my left nut to be laid on a sofa 10 years later, wanting to get to sleep. So I was like, do you know what? This is fucking lush, actually.
Yeah. You can put a telly on. Know you're loved.
I was gonna start work, but I had to go and get my phone. It had woken Fee up. So I thought things could be a whole lot worse. If I'm just laid on a sofa trying to get to sleep. I'm a bit cold.
Why were you cold?
I had a couple of blankets. I didn't have a duvet. It was making too much noise. I did think about curling up on the beanbag.
That would have been uncomfortable.
Yeah. Imagine me this morning trying to get up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you'd have been crooked.
Oh, I'd have been moaning, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you'd be like the BFG. You look a bit like the BFG, actually.
Big, fat...
Have you not seen the BFG, don't you?
Yeah, goat.
That's us checked in for January. Put it there, brother. And we'll see you.
Hang in there, all right?
Checking in. Hopefully, we'll check in again on February. That's not even worth joking about, but yeah, we're checking again in February.
We might have gone bowling by then.
Let's hope so.
We could do a midweek, couldn't we?
Could do a midweek bowl. Yeah, I love a bit of bowling. Fucking love it.
Are you good? Because you got the old flick going. Do you go with your little legs sort of like?
I tend to also bowl.
Don't tell me you use the fucking ramp with the sides
not.
up.
No, I bowl from further back than the lane starts. Like you
How fucking far back? What, out the door?
So like back towards the bar.
Come at mine out! Would you have a massive run up? Like,
No, I don't run up. I bowl it from there.
Fuck off, you do.
I do.
Of course you don't bowl it from the bar. That's like fucking 18, 20 foot away.
No, not from the bar, but from the, where the seats end.
No, you don't.
I do, dude. No, because because it's easier that way.
That's an illegal throw, no, don't you?
What do you mean?
You have to right on the line.
No, you don't.
Do. That's
mate.
Bude rules.
No. Anyway, till next time. We'll see you then, and have a very happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you then.
Done.
I need a wee.